You know, promise means that you tell somebody that you're going to do something and then you actually do it. What happens when you keep a promise is you're telling somebody that they're important to you and that you care about them. I think it's the ultimate thing that you can do for someone.
In June of 2000, Lifetouch volunteers delivered on a promise to the families of Sematisht, a small village in south-central Kosovo. They participated in a Lifetouch memory mission there, photographing all the school children and taking portraits of each family in the village.
Very nicely.
Sematisht is home to 162 families. During the war of 1998 and 99, 150 of the houses were destroyed, burned. Most of the families lost all their personal possessions, including precious photographs, and every object that represented even a single happy memory. The gift of Lifetouch portraits brought smiles to the faces of the children and their families. They also helped the people regain a sense of personal identity, the feeling that they mattered. The Lifetouch Kosovo Memory Mission was part of a humanitarian project led by World Servants and Discovery Ministries. Our volunteers worked side by side with World Servants volunteers to help rebuild homes in the village. Before leaving Sematisht, our volunteers made another promise to the people, a promise from Lifetouch Publishing to produce a memory book for every family in the village. The Kosovo Memory Book is a keepsake that will be passed down from generation to generation. It includes photographs that document the Albanians' evacuation from Kosovo, NATO's intervention, and their return to Sematisht to begin rebuilding their lives. The heart of the book features classroom group pictures of all the children in the village. The story is told both in Albanian and English. The memory books were precious cargo, and it would be up to another group of volunteers to bring them back to Sematisht. In May 2001, a group of 20 people volunteered to take part in the World Servants mission to Kosovo. 8 of them were Lifetouch employees from 5 Lifetouch companies. Lifetouch National School Studios sponsored 2 regional photography trainers, John Ellis and Lawrence Brown, who had been to Kosovo the previous summer.
Last year, Lifetouch and World Servants came to visit you and to help to work on your homes and rebuild your homes. And the last thing that we wanted to give to you was something to thank you for coming into your village and helping you and living with you.
All the volunteers helped with yearbook delivery in Sematisht.
And it is a gift from us to you.
What do you mean, yes?
Scott per se.
And these are all the school children here. All the school children.
I represent Lifetouch Publishing, and we are a division of Lifetouch. Please accept our gift.
Thank you very much.
Lifetouch Publishing sponsored Jeff Piper to represent LPI's commercial team, allowing him to share his experiences with the publishing people whose extra efforts made the memory book possible.
Delivering on a promise can be best explained by an experience the day I was delivering books. This one particular house, just the father was home and we presented him with the book. He thanked us, and then he began to open it and turn the pages, and tears began to come down his face. And he closed the book, kissed it, and then just looked at us and said, "Thank you." And to me, that's what it's all about.
And once again, Lifetouch video producer Dani Kushel returned to Simitish to record the story of the Kosovo Memory Mission 2001.
So this is for you to keep? Scott per se.
Some of the 20 volunteers came to Kosovo for the first time, while others returned to fulfill personal promises.
Thank you.
This is his picture and his granddaughter.
I would like to thank you that you didn't forget them and you was helping them.
Villagers thanked volunteers every way they could. They often gave small gifts, always the best they had to give. Simitish first graders arranged their own special thank you.
To level out the top where the camera's going to go, you loosen this.
Besides helping to deliver memory books, John Ellis and Lawrence Brown would give a gift of their own talent, teaching photography to 3 students from the village.
And locked in. Push this, pull this out. We thought we were going to be training 18, 19-year-olds, but when we showed up, we were informed by the headmaster that we'd be training 13, 14-year-olds. I've never trained something so complex to somebody so young. But they were some of the brightest students I've ever had. They picked up on it really quickly. It was wonderful. Say righty-tighty.
Righty-tighty.
Lefty-loosey, loosen.
I couldn't touch my speaker. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
This is the front of the camera. This is the front of the tripod. Yeah. Take this one first.
Look down there. Look again.
There were just a few rules for the students to remember. Stay focused, stay calm,
Okay.
and watch where you step.
Yeah, we got an audience here. I guess we're pretty boring because they're leaving. It's a good shot. Good.
All right.
When volunteers weren't delivering memory books or teaching photography, they worked side by side with the villagers on this year's building project, the first stage of a small medical clinic in the heart of the village. Equipped with only basic tools, they started from scratch. As the week progressed, the building project gave new definition to the term teamwork.
Oh my God, that was heavy.
The whole village was excited about the new clinic, and kids showed up at the site every day. To keep them safely away from construction, The Polaroid cameras and film donated by the LNSS Photographic Systems Department worked like magic. In Samotesh, anyone with a Polaroid became an instant Pied Piper. By the last day of the mission, the concrete foundation was poured. The cement floor was finished. The walls were being built, and the volunteers had exceeded their building project goals.
This is from a company that I work for, Lifetouch.
Very interesting pictures.
This tells the story of the village and the Albanian people.
Soldiers in the village are a comforting presence. NATO's KFOR troops regularly patrol the area, safeguarding the Albanians' right to inhabit the land their ancestors had occupied for centuries. Because there is little opportunity for employment, resources are limited, and rebuilding is slow. And even after all this time, many families still occupy only 1 or 2 reconstructed rooms in their houses. For some, things are especially hard.
Would you tell her, on behalf of mankind, sorry that's happened to her? If my mother was alone, I'd want someone to help her.
As Kosovo gradually modernizes, the contrasts between old and new are everywhere. During and after the war, media coverage of Kosovo tragedies evoked compassion from people around the world. A group of Japanese business people funded a new school to replace the one that had been leveled.
What area is this here for the school?
Thank you for allowing Lifetouch once again to come to Samotesh. And this, the site of the future home of the Lifetouch Photography Club. And we'd like to present the school with 2 complete camera setups, tripod, camera, and flash.
Thank you.
Dhe në këtë aspekt që po shihet, kjo klasë do të jetë edhe klub I fotografisëve të ri.
So this is going to be the room or the next place which we're going to use as a photographers club in the future.
Që do ta emërtojmë me emrin e Lifetouch.
And we will give the name in your company's name, Lifetouch.
Faleminderit.
Thank you.
The Kosovo Memory Mission 2001 turned out to be all it had promised to be. Everything the volunteers expected and more.
I made a promise to myself last year that I had to make one more trip. There was some closure that I had to have personally for myself. To see them 1 year after the war, I wanted to see them another year after I was here to see the progress. There's a lot of progress going on, and I'm grateful for that. Now closure is here.
This year in Kosovo, I really did get to share my experiences with a lot of people. I've made a promise that I'll keep forever with all of the people on the mission, all of the people at Samotesh, that I will always remember them, and I promise to never forget.
The reason that World Servants comes to Kosovo is to share God's love and to help the Kosovo Albanians rebuild their lives after war. But I think the most wonderful part of World Servants' relationship with Lifetouch is that Lifetouch products and people open up the doors to relationships. And it's amazing for me to be here last year to pass out the pictures and to see the families, just the faces and the joy and the tears in their eyes. Because for many of them, it's the only picture they have of their families now. And then again this year to deliver the books and to just see how valuable that historical document is to them. It's been wonderful.
There is great irony in the Kosovo story. In the very place where the ethnic Albanians encountered mankind at its worst, in that same place, they encountered mankind at its best. In the very place where war almost destroyed their identity, complete strangers came from across an ocean to help restore it.
Hello, come on.
In the very place where the countryside had been scarred with heaps of scorched rubble, flowers now bloom. Profusions of poppies, spreading by the thousands, their brilliant red petals and black centers remindful of the flag of Kosovo and the resilience of the people. It is no small thing that children in Kosovo know the name Lifetouch. It is no small thing that people who had no reason to smile now laugh. It is no small thing that villagers ask how they can keep these friendships alive when the volunteers have gone. It is no small thing that young women who once hid fearfully in small, dark places now dance joyfully in the sunshine. And it is no small thing to belong to the family of employees that help make this possible.
The words in this book are like words carved in granite.
Meeting you will remain in my memory for the rest of my life.
You are like family. When you leave, we will cry.
The touch of the Americans is life to Sametisti.
When you bring people here, they touch our life. You become part of our history, our people. We thank you for that.
The Lifetouch promise is the ultimate gift to the people we serve. It defines the heart of our company. We care about people and their memories.